Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. We've got some questions this week, or actually I think it was a last week question on PCOS and lower belly weight, and also if you can take myo-inositol long term. So I want to kind of address a few of these questions that have come up. In terms of the PCOS belly, that lower belly weight gain, the biggest thing we're trying to figure out is if insulin resistance is present. This can also be due to hormones. So we're also looking at, what is going on with estrogen and progesterone. But what's really important is if there is weight gain in the lower belly, we do want to start testing for insulin resistance. So an insulin glucose challenge test, test for HbA1c, cholesterol panel, liver enzymes, and try to really determine how bad the insulin resistance is. Then we want to treat it. So when it comes to lower belly weight gain, the biggest thing you want to focus all your energy on is balancing blood sugar throughout the day, but also really making sure that you eat enough protein and healthy fats. That's like the number one thing you really want to start off with. Then, making sure you get the vegetables, and then you get the carbohydrates in, and the carbohydrates are really going to depend on what your lab work is saying. So that insulin glucose challenge test will help us to determine that. When it comes to supplements, myo-inositol is a great option. Really, really good when it comes to supporting insulin and insulin resistance. And also, women with PCOS are deficient in inositol. This is a naturally occurring substance in our body. So it's actually really helpful to take long term if you have a deficiency in it. And you can always test your blood work, come off it if you want, see what happens, and kind of monitor your body and your lab work. But generally speaking, if insulin resistance is present and you're eating well, you may not need inositol, but it really depends on how you're able to manage your diet. And we do find that it does lower sugar cravings. It also helps with egg quality, and even anxiety and mood support. So really helpful supplement when it comes to PCOS, and it can be taken long term because we know there is a deficiency present. So we're trying to correct that deficiency. And also with lower belly weight gain, we want to look at estrogen and estrogen metabolism, and are we actually more balanced with estrogen and progesterone? Because that can also be one of the causes of that lower belly weight gain, and also cortisol, our stress hormone. So really important to be tracking and really figuring out if stress is a big part of your case, and then treating that. And ways we treat that is through botanicals, through supplementation, and through lifestyle changes, doing yoga, exercise, making sure sleep as well. These might all be things you might already know, and if not, I hope there was something in here that was helpful. But generally speaking, I think the number one thing you really want to focus on when there is lower body weight gain is the diet. I actually talked to somebody today, and she was like, I haven't noticed any changes on the scale, but what I've noticed is inches are coming off of my waist, and that is truly going to reduce her risk for metabolic disease in the long run, and cardiovascular disease. And so really important to just let you know, it might not be just about the scale, but what's really important is actually looking at how your body composition is changing. Hope this was helpful. We have a question from this week too, and I'll make sure to answer it next week. And hope you all have a great week.